A very warm welcome, Mr. GRish.
So that's the team, right? That's the team which makes it happen. So do you guys feel that empowerment? Come on. Do you guys feel the empowerment? Still not good. Do you guys feel the empowerment? Yes, that's it. That's the energy what we want. All of you guys, what you guys have achieved, we all as a team in just less than 2 years is remarkable. It's outstanding. Let's give a big hand to all of you guys. When we started this unit, we started from the scratch. We started with the concept. We started with the vision. The vision was, how do we make a global organization in a company which is more than 150 years old, in a company which is more than 180 countries, in a company which has more than 500 customers, and in a company which has $35 billion as a revenue. How do you create a centralized sales function from the scratch? Yes, that has an impact. That has an impact on the existing organizations. How do you change that globally in 180 countries? How do you change that, the mindset, going from North America to Europe to Latin America to Asia? And all of you guys have done it. Give a big hand. And if we look at it, just within 2 years, if we look at the accomplishment, what we have achieved. Okay. So, if you look at it within 2 years, we are managing 24% of the global business. 24% of all the global volume goes through the bid office center. In India, in Mexico combined, going through this. Our target is to achieve 30% by end of this year. We still have another 3 months to go, 4 months to go. We are much more ahead than the target. And I'm sure we will beat our target of 30% by end of this year. Think about it. An organization and unit which didn't exist, within 2 years, doing 24% of a global volume for world's biggest telecom company. Think about that, what you guys have achieved. It's a remarkable result. If you look at the quality what you all guys have delivered at a consistency score of 4.4 on a scale of 5. So every work what we do, from North America to Europe to Asia to Middle East, everyone ranks us on a scale of 1 to 5. The average of all that volume on a scale of 5 is 4.4. Just think about it, what you guys have achieved. It's a remarkable result. And that's the reason no one can stop you. That's the reason no one can stop us. It's a remarkable quality what we have delivered. And on that 24% volume, we are delivering 42% hit rate. So 42% of the deal get closed, gets the revenue, gets the money in Ericsson pockets. Guys, 42% is a lot. We don't realize it when we are working every day in, day out, but I can tell you our higher management really appreciate what you guys are doing. If you look at just 1 year back, we didn't have commercial management, we didn't have services. Chiranjeev's team and Kapil's team have done remarkable job. You guys from commercial management and services have done remarkable job in establishing that from the scratch. Now we have all the leadership team and services appointed. Commercial management, we have appointed the leadership team as well there. So that team is already in place. And in next 1 year, it's only going to go to the next level. If we talk about bid office, we started with nothing, zero. We already have Mexico was running. We already had a mini bid office in region India running called PMC. After 2 years, those two, Mexico and the region India, is under us. Guys, give a big applause. Just think about it from the political point of view. Such a big political win. When we started, there were organizations already in place. In 2 years, those organizations are under us. And there is a reason why. If you look at certification, for those who don't know the CMMI certification, it's an external agency like KPMG who comes in, who checks the processes, who checks the tools, who talks to the people and says, yes, your people are following the processes, your processes are connected to the tool, and your people are using the tool. It's not important just to have the processes, people, and the tool, but it's important these three things connected to each other. And these three things connected and working in a harmony to deliver the best result. And that's the reason all of you guys and us are delivering at 4.4. For a lot of organizations, it takes 3 to 5 years to achieve CMMI 3 certification. We achieved in 1 year. And this year, we are going to achieve CMMI level 5 certification. So in 2 years, you guys are going from 0 to CMMI 5 level certification, which is the highest certification which is possible in the services organization. And in India, there are only handful companies, less than 20 companies who have this CMMI 5 level certification. So excellent job by you guys, outstanding work. As we said, we look at where we are. We are today in Mexico. We are today in Noida. We are today in Gurgaon. We are today in Bangalore. We are today in Calcutta. With more than 400 plus strong people here. And by end of this year, we will also be in China. Since we are the global organization, we will set up in China. We will also set up in Croatia. Sorry, guys, can we close the door so no one enters after this? And the most important thing, how many of you guys have seen the bid office portal, which we have launched? Good. And the remarkable work done by Raza and Anish and all these guys. And if you look at the portal, it doesn't look like it's an Ericsson site. It looks like you're going to Amazon or Apple, those kind of site. And we launched that in our Global Leadership Summit. We launched that in the Leadership Summit where in a 120,000 employee company, the top 200 leaders of Ericsson comes there. And they were really dazzled by looking at the portal, what you guys have done. And what this will do is, this will generate a revenue for Ericsson. And our target is, in next 3 years, we should be able to generate 10 billion SEK worth of the revenue. 10 billion SEK. We will be the region on its own. We will be bigger than the India region what it has. In fact, we will be twice as big as region India with 10 billion SEK. And not to mention our group function sales and marketing team, the incredible job they have done. We are also responsible for the global customer survey. The customer survey which goes to all our 250 customers around the world. To take the feedback, work along with the customers, work along with the customer units, and improve that feedback. And this year, for Ericsson, we have got the highest customer feedback for Ericsson as compared to Huawei or ZTE or any of our competitors. And for Ericsson this year, we have got the highest ever in the history with the CSAT score of 76. A good job that guys done on that. Consumer Lab, the team has done phenomenal job. It's an excellent job in establishing that team. It's gone from nothing to almost 22, 25 people now, working across all the regions, well-established organization and having a lot of trust and support from the region. If you look at our unit, the amount of money we spend on competence development, either it's sending on OJT internationally or sending them on any trainings technically, we are ranked number 1. We are ranked number 1 when you compare with the unit which sends most of its people for training in the classroom or in training internationally or training on online. And that's the focus what we have on the competence, because competence and quality are connected together. The most important thing when we started this organization from the scratch, I always promise that as we grow, and we will grow more in the future. We will grow in China, we will grow in India, we will grow in Mexico. And as we grow, there will be a lot of leadership opportunities coming up. And we promise that you guys that we will select leaders internally, because we want the people who joined the bid office initially, at the initial stage of their career, and who dedicated their time and effort and everything to the organization and to build the organization. We promise them that we will pick the leaders from that. And I'm really proud to say that 50% of our current leaders which are there in bid office, in the bid office LT, the leadership team, comes from within. They were engineers, they were subject matter experts, they were TLs, and now they are in the leadership team. And I can promise you again, as we grow, that's the culture we want to develop. We want to select from you. We want to select within you. And last but not the least, culture defeats strategy anytime. And the kind of culture we are able to build and develop has been phenomenal. We all guys are on the Facebook. We have such a good transparent communications. We all celebrate birthday celebration. Either there is a festival in India or if there is a festival in Mexico, we share that. If we do birthday celebrations, it happens on the same day across the different locations. We have WhatsApp group within all the teams. The transparency what we have created and the family what we have created, even though we are 400 plus people, is remarkable. And that culture we are able to develop only because of you guys. But this is where we are. Where do we go from here? It's an excellent job you guys have done. But where do we go from here? Before we decide where do we want to go, we need to know where is the industry growing. Before we say where the industry is going, we need to understand where the consumers are going. And what are our current consumers looking for? If you look at these consumer trends, which are excellent job done by our Consumer Lab team, these are the top 10 consumer trend which is happening globally. You know, broadband connection is given. Everyone needs that, right? If you look at the identity, connected devices, if you're watching a TV, moving from your home, that same movie, pausing it and starting it back on your mobile screen. That's the requirement. So if you look at these trends which are happening globally, these are the trends which are driving the industry, which is driving the OEMs like us. And these are the trends are asking for three fundamental things. These trends are asking for, number A, mobility. All these trends want a mobility. All this trend wants a good broadband connection. And all these trend wants a cloud solution. Because of this trend, what is given is the mobility, the broadband, and the cloud is a must. Doesn't matter if you are in the fixed network, you are in the wireless network, these fundamental has to be there. And because of these fundamental, we see an inflection point which is coming in. And the inflection point is all these connected devices, connected world has been on the concept. And it's going to go from the concept to the acceptance mode. And as it comes into the acceptance mode, it's going to completely shoot out. Because of this inflection point and because the customers are changing the trend, we as a company have to change. Our competitors have to change. Because the end user requirement is changing, the network is changing. So how is our competitors changing? If you look at the competitors, the traditional way of selling the hardware, putting the services on top of it, and then selling the software on it. As we grow, the shift is happening, less hardware, more services and software. Because of the consumer trend, the demand is changing. Because of the demand, the operator's requirement and positioning is changing. And because of that, manufacturers like us, Ericsson, Nokia, Huawei, ZTE, all they are changing. And they are changing into software and services. But if you are a $35 billion company, if you are working in 180 countries around the world, and if you have a portfolio as big as Ericsson, you cannot change in a day. You cannot change in a month. You cannot change in a year. It takes a couple of years to change that. Because still a lot of our revenue depends on the hardware, depends on the services which are attached to the hardware, depends on the software which is attached to the hardware and services. So it's not that easy to change in a couple of years either. Because this is our solution, and this is where we stand today. If you look at Ericsson today, we are a $35 billion company. We are the largest. If you take Huawei out, we are probably the double as compared to the next competitor. But the challenge for us as a company is, if you take our company, which is situated in 180 countries, and if you say, sales guys, don't sell anything, stop selling everything, you will still end up selling 70% of the business. So the blue portion, you will sell anyway, because that's the legacy technology what operator has bought from us. Either it's customer support or managed services or NDNO, those kind of services are recurrent services which is going to keep on happening. That revenue is going to come anyway, the 70%. So for us as a company, if we really want to transform, we have to work on that remaining 30%. What the trend, the consumer trend is changing. But the reality of the situation is most of the people land up working on the 70% because selling that 30% is very difficult. And that's where we come in. And that's where the global bid office was created. To take that 70% and have that global organization like us, where this 70%, which comes from 10 different regions, goes to bid office. Out of that 70%, we are already at 24% today. We're going to be 30% by December, and we will be 60%, 50 to 60% by end of next year. So what we are doing within bid office, it's very, very crucial for Ericsson to be the leading player in telecom. Because for Ericsson, if they want to be the leading player in telecom, they have to listen to the customers. And what customers are saying is what we saw in the consumer trend. If that's what consumers are going to pay their money for, we want the share of their pocket. And for us to focus on those solutions, those products, we need the company with 180 countries across the world to focus on that. But to do that, we need an organization who takes that 70% of the business and does it in a seamless way. And that's where we come in. And that's the importance of us as a bid office. If that is the importance of the bid office, what's our strategy? How are we going to make Ericsson Global succeed? If you look at today, the gray portion is the established portion. These are all the areas where we have established already. If we talk about mobile broadband, fixed broadband, FBC, communication services, we talk about the NDNO, we talk about all these services where we have established. What we are trying to get into the next level is get into the newer areas. We have to get into the newer areas like cloud, the IP. We have started with the TVM. We have to expand that portion of the TVM further. And beyond that, getting into the machine-to-machine, business analytics, data analytics, all that stuff. So we have to go from where we are today, much more expand our portfolio. And that's what you will see. What you will also see coming in is more of our people going to on-site, engaging with customers, and closing the deal. It's already happening, but it will happen in bigger volume as we go forward. But this is all what we are thinking, and this is all what we have as a strategy. And the detail of the strategy will be discussed by each of your leaders separately. But if this is our strategy, let's hear what our region thinking. Are region thinking the same thing, or we are thinking differently?